There once was a creature that lurked in the swamps of Australia. It was a large, furry humanoid that lived in the billabongs, or swamps near the Murray River, who heard of it from the natives. During his travels in 1862, he described it as a kind of monkey, about 7 feet high, with long arms and legs, and a large head. It featured in many of their stories, and they believed that it was the caretaker of the waterways and should be treated with respect. They believed that if you angered the Bunyip, it would cause massive floods, uproot trees, and drown anyone who dared enter its territory. It lived in the billabongs and was so ferocious that nothing would venture into the water, even the Aboriginal tribesmen, out of fear of being taken by it. You might just be putting yourself in the path of the Bunyip. The legend goes that when they did this, they unleashed the fury of the Bunyip. The river flooded, destroying everything in its path. And when the floodwaters receded, all of the people who had been digging for water were found drowned. It was called the Bunyip, and it was Australia's very own water demon. There were even some who claimed it was a mermaid, or at least some kind of amphibious creature with a human face and a fish tail. The first European to hear of the Bunyip was an explorer named John McDouall Stewart. Some say that the Bunyip was a kind of crocodile, while others claimed it was a giant frog. What we do know is that the Bunyip was a very real part of the Aboriginal people's culture. In 1892, there was a drought in the area, and the townspeople were so desperate for water that they decided to ignore the warnings of the local Aboriginal people and dig for water in the dried-up riverbed. After that, the people in the area respected the river and never dug for water in its bed again. So remember, if you're ever in Australia and you see a big, scary-looking swamp, then don't go near it.